I'm live. All right. Greetings. I set up my camera, so I have to rotate. I have to rotate it again. But I just wanted to come on and first of all say hello. I know I'm trying to just work on going live without feeling like I need to have everything figured out and planned out. So that's what this is. I don't have a plan. I'm really just showing up and letting the universe know that I am open and willing to show up for myself and for my community. So I'm here. I also had a thought that okay, before we get into anything, let's breathe for a moment. So we'll take 3 deep breaths in together to bring us into the space, and then we'll continue this conversation. Anything that comes up for you, I would love to hear from you. So put it in the chat or in the comments. Any reflections, anything at all, really. This is a safe space to share, and let's keep it so, right? Let's keep it empowering and positive. And yeah, I'll share as things come up. So let's breathe deeply, inflating our belly first, then expanding the rib cage, and then gentle lift of the chest, right? You can close your eyes or keep them open, gentle gaze down at the ground. So relax the shoulders, deep inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale, exhale, let it go. Keeping your eyes closed or gazing down, 1 hand on the heart space, 1 hand on the belly. Let's inhale into our womb space of creativity, of sensuality, and our heart space of opening to love, giving love and receiving love. Nice deep inhale into both spaces. Exhaling gratitude. Gently blink your eyes open or look up, coming back into this space. Thank you for being here. Listen, that breathing was for me as well as it was for you. So just calming ourselves down as we come in, just to kind of sit and chat, because what came up for me is, first of all, today is the, Valentine's Day or whatever, the day of love. But I mean, every day should be a day of love. Express love to yourself as much as possible. Express love to those in your life who you honor and cherish and respect as much as possible. Express love to your community, to everyone, right? Because we are all connected. We are all seemingly different, but we're all one, right? So expressing love whenever you get the opportunity to, at all times. And you can even express love, through just sitting and breathing and praying and just sending loving kindness out to others, right? There's so many ways to do it. And so I just did, in honor of people, I honor the holidays that come up here in terms of people focusing on certain things for certain days. So we're honoring love, we're honoring showing up in spaces of love, we're honoring being thoughtful and mindful and considerate of others, buying flowers, going on dates, setting up loving activities that make others feel like we care about them or make ourselves feel cared for and held. So in honor of that, of just the energy and the vibration of love, I just finished a jam down. So we did jam down, mostly waistline action, so lots of whining. And then we also did Island Vibes Yoga. So it's funny because the people who showed up for jam down just flowed into Island Vibes Yoga. So we got to move and dance and whine, and then we got to stretch and breathe and meditate together on this energy of love. So it's just a powerful container of love, which I aim to have all of my classes, all of my courses, everything that I do, I aim to make it a powerful container of love. And so one thing that's been coming up is that I feel like people don't know why I'm showing up on my platforms, right? People don't really understand. And as I'm learning to understand why I'm showing up on my platforms, I can share that more openly and more freely. And I think it's to raise awareness, and it's to wake people up. I think I didn't realize that for most of my life I was sleepwalking through it. Um, and most meaning like up until 2018, I was literally like sleepwalking through life. I know we think we're aware and we think we're awake and we think we're choosing the things that we want to choose. But once you're on the other side of awakening to what's actually happening, you realize that you're choosing from places of trying to protect your trauma and trying to, it was best described in, I think it was in The Untethered Soul, right? That book, The Untethered Soul, where we have this thorn of pain, right? We're holding on to our trauma. We're holding on to everything that hurt us, so much so that it's in turn hurting us to hold on to it so tightly. So it's basically like the term, a thorn in your side. So he describes it as a thorn that you're protecting. And if anybody comes close, it's gonna hurt you. And you're protecting this pain, but in protecting this pain, the pain is only hurting you, right? Yes, this is resonating. And so I thought about that and I'm like, okay, we're living from a space of protection because our brains are wired that way, right? In terms of evolution, we have to protect ourselves from danger, but not recognizing that in protecting ourselves and closing ourselves off from people, from being vulnerable, from being open to receiving love, from even being open to giving love, we close off love. We close off really deep and meaningful connection. So just awakening to that fact of that we're all living from this space of protection. Like, I just thought of what came to my head was like the scene in Finding Nemo when like all the crabs are on the pipeline, on the bottom of the surface in the ocean, and they're just like, hey, like don't come too near, and they're protecting their territory and their space. And that's what we do. Like we operate from our spaces of trauma rather than from our spaces of love. And I think I don't think people really recognize what's going on. So I'm trying to do it in this way that's like trying to like ease them into it. And I feel like I just need to go in and be like, yo, whatever's happening on the outside, in the outside world, is a reflection of what's happening inside. We're full of turmoil and hate and anger and like the bombing and the genocides. It's like this powerful energy of anger and of feeling helpless and hopeless, and it's being translated in the outside world. And while we feel helpless and there's only so much we can do, sending funds for help, protesting, doing like giving all of our energy to fighting it, right? Fighting the external, what's happening on the external, rather than going to the root of the source inside every single one of us, because we are all connected. And going to the root of the source of the pain and the anger and the warring and the battles with a sense of love, not with a sense of like, I need to like go in with my tools and fix this and turn it and twist it, but with a space of love and understanding and curiosity. So my work is to figure out ways of helping people learn what the actual laws are and what's actually happening and how we should be operating, as I'm learning this too, how we actually need to show up for ourselves and for our full authenticity, and how we connect to the source, the higher power, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I tend to stray away from using the word God because it's so, there's so much charge behind it. There's so much of like I don't want to say a negative charge behind it, but just the connotation from history of religion and of people using the word God in order to make others submit, or to control others, or to conquer others. I feel like there's so much charge around that word. So I try to stay and use source, the Most High, Jah, whatever words or word you want to use. Just making sure that you're connected and that you know what's actually going on, because a lot of us don't know what's going on. We're just living life according to somebody else's rules. So I'm here to help the collective wake up and I'm trying to find loving ways to do it. And I also know that one of the things I'm working on is not looking at directness and just being honest and open as something that's not loving. You know, being honest and open is loving. Like, telling you the truth is loving. Hiding it from you is not loving. Trying to sugarcoat it or spin it into something else is not loving. So trying to find ways that I can be honest first with myself, you know, and how I'm showing up and what I'm actually putting out into the world, so that I can be more honest with you and open and in a loving and kind way, but truthful and straight to the point. So hopefully all of this makes sense. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just needed to come on and say something and find myself in this space of just talking freely about my work and what I'm passionate about, and helping you to open to that as well. I recently, like literally last week, shaved my head once more, just as an action of release, you know, releasing the past, letting go. And I also I really like to be able to touch my scalp and, like, you know, touch my crown chakra and have that space be open, you know, open to receive, open to give whatever is coming in. So I feel really connected to just being bald, not having no hair on my head. And there's more to that as well, which I'll get into another time. But I'm coming on, you know, bald and open and no filters, and just being real with you and real with myself. So thank you for being here in this space. Thank you for following my channel. If you're not following, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on notifications so you can hold me accountable for seeing how much I go live. But yeah, I honor your time and your energy and your presence here. So thank you for being here. We'll take one collective breath as we come out of this space. You can close your eyes, one hand over the heart space, other hand over that hand. Just in gratitude of being alive and being here and being able to breathe deeply. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go however you need to. Right, hands in the space of that love, reminding yourself to give and receive love as much as possible. I love you. Thank you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.